Corey was asking about the Mesh Warp tool in Affinity. The Mesh Warp tool is similar to Mesh Warp tools in other programs like PaintShop. You can find it in two places in Affinity. One is in the toolbar under the Move tool, you have the Mesh Warp tool, or you can find it as a live filter. Interestingly, since version 3, both ways to approach or use the mesh warp is identical. So in both cases, they will behave like a live filter and you can come back and edit it. Nothing is going to be permanent, which is great. This is an improvement from version 2. So as soon as you activate the Mesh Warp tool from either method, you'll have this icon on your layer and you will have a bounding box around your element or your image with 4 nodes in the corners. If you want to have more nodes vertically, you just double click on a horizontal line and you'll see nodes appear, and here, and here. If you want to have them horizontal, you click on any of the vertical lines and you'll get a set of nodes wherever the lines will intersect. And from there, you can click on a node. It will turn black because it's selected and you can move it. Not only you can move the node, but you also have those control arms that you can use to adjust the placement or the displacement of the element or the pixels on the element. It's really giving you a lot of flexibility. This is great. If you want to select and move, for example, several nodes, you can make a selection. And as you can see here, I have 6 nodes and I can move them around. The control arms will still only apply to one node at a time, but you can move them however you want. If you have several nodes that you do want to move, but you cannot select them with a bounding box that is rectangular. Like for example, if I wanted to select this node, and this node, I cannot just make a rectangular selection because it will likely include other nodes that I don't want. If that's the case, I can click on one node, hold the shift key, click the other one, and now I have my nodes that can be moved together. And again, my control arms will still only apply to one node at a time. And when I'm done, I'm done. So this is my distortion. Let's say that I want to add something else. Let's add a pixel layer here. Maybe I'll add a rectangle frame behind. And let's say that I want to come back to my distorted element because maybe I want to change something. I can just click on the mesh warp and here you can see that the mesh is available and I can still edit it the same way I did earlier. So it's not lost. At some point, there might be some commands or steps that you want to execute, and in those cases, you will need to have a rasterized version of your layer. If that's the case, you will lose that mesh warp option to edit. But at that time, hopefully, you will have your element in the correct shape that you needed. This is how you can basically use the mesh warp tool in Affinity.